This disturbing event occurred on 26th March when a container ship crashed into Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge, causing the collapse. The ship Dali reportedly had 22 crewmen on board who were Indian or Indian origin and a local American pilot. However, the focus soon on social media turned into racist slurs against Indians, targeting them very specifically and in a derogatory manner, even before further details had started to pour in. Look at this. Apparently, the Indian crew, obviously otherwise highly professional, educated, deployed with an international company, wear a lungi and look like this. They know nothing about operating the ship and are looking like they are in complete horror. Brown-skinned, bare-chest, poor Indians with no proper clothes to wear are busy fighting, looking shocked among each other. Lungi is not the concern here for me, but it's obvious how and why the placement of that garment here looks down on a trained crew. This image was shared by US-based webcomic, clearly looking like a meme or an artificial intelligence-generated image. Foxword Comics surely missed an important point here. At the time of the crash, the ship was being piloted by a local American captain deputed by the Baltimore Port Authority. We also noticed "Good morning, Baltimore," an angry Indian auntie raging at the bridge. Well, I must say, American social media at least got the sari correct here as the garment, because other details were completely misplaced. This is obviously not the first time when Indians are watching social media unfold into a racist monster frenzy against us. But this reflects, or should I say exposes, the deep undertones of what some of them really think about us. One can surely laugh along with the memes and the jokes and the cartoons and dismiss it as harmless, even if it is aimed at us. If they are funny, we laugh along. But this was not funny. This was misusing a tragedy of which details were still coming forth to throw insults at a whole people. And I'm not going to ignore the pattern here. Especially this one caught my attention. This woman by the name of Lauren Witzke, an American far-right political activist, shared an article with half-truth and shockingly wrote, "A bunch of pajeets," pulverizing an American bridge named after the man who wrote America's national anthem really is almost prophetic. Whose prophecy was this? Anyway, 1. She's basically suggesting Indians deliberately hit and hurt the foundations of America. 2. Pajeet is a slur thrown at Indians or specifically Hindus. Interestingly, this slur term is not common. It's not mainstream and is largely mentioned by Khalistani extremists. Did she expose more about herself and her connections with a term that Americans are not known to even use against Indians? Then came this one, bringing even a caste angle also in this one image, completely unrelated and unnecessary to the issue at hand. If you thought the jibes were being thrown only at Hindu Indians, social media handles also uploaded this image. An Indian, clearly from the Sikh community, is now shouting, "Do not redeem," using the dialogue of a scammer on all Indians. So what happened in reality? Did the Indian crew, by human error or by a devious plan, collapse the bridge intentionally? No, because the facts that are now being reported and so far that have been mentioned in public official domain, what is being missed by the trolls on social media is the fact that the crew they are targeting, in fact, helped avert a bigger disaster in this instance. Maryland State Governor Wes Moore praised the Indian crew for their quick and efficient thinking, which was alerting the authorities. Maryland's Department of Transportation was contacted just in time, and in a mayday situation, that means barely a few minutes, sometimes even seconds. The ship lost propulsion as it was leaving the port. The crew on board notified the Maryland officials right away that it had lost control of the vessel, as is being reported by ABC News, citing an unclassified US intelligence report. Because of this red alert warning, officials were able to shut down the bridge, stop further vehicular traffic toward the bridge. Not just this, White House also said that there was no indication of a nefarious intent here. Listen to now US President Joe Biden, who in fact heaped praises on the crew, even calling them heroes.
Personnel on board the ship were able to alert the Maryland Department of Transportation that they had lost control of their vessel, as you all know and reported. As a result, local authorities were able to close the bridge to traffic before the bridge was struck, which undoubtedly saved lives.
You must understand this. When a ship is at sea, applying brakes does not mean an immediate halt like we may expect when driving a car. I spoke to experts in the field, serving captains of similar ship. These were inland waters, where a locally employed captain in the territory helped steer the ship with the crew. In this case, reports say that there was a power failure at 1:25 a.m. They only had minutes to decide. Distress signal immediately was sent out. Team has around 2 big options in an emergency like this, according to experts. Drop anchor to restrict the speed, or go astern, which is the propeller to go in reverse rotation. That gives you a little time for the ship to come to a halt. You notice in this video, lights go off and on, showing the electricity disruption. By 1:30 a.m., the bridge had collapsed. But in those 5 minutes or less, the crew had managed to alert the authorities, who in turn alerted the cops on ground, who halted the incoming road traffic. So this basically means they in fact managed to save lives in hundreds possibly at that time. The accident has been tragic. Despite the alertness, lives have been confirmed lost, especially of the workers on the bridge, and many are still missing. But it's still a reminder of the crew's efficiency in an emergency situation like this. The crew that included majority Indians and an American local pilot too. So the problem is not the trolling. It's not mocking us. It in fact exposes the ignorance within the Western society. Because time and again, Indian origin individuals have proven what brilliant minds they really are in contributing to a better world and better United States of America specifically. From Sundar Pichai leading Alphabet Inc. or Google, or Satya Nadella leading the Microsoft, where by the way now IIT Madras alumni Pawan Davuluri has been appointed as the new head of Microsoft Windows and Surface. So from Adobe to World Bank to IBM to Chanel, major American companies and global corporations are led by Indians or Indian origin men. And you troll with such deranged images. Honestly, Indians have a good humor. We really do. And we would love to laugh along with the comics and the cartoons, even if aimed at us. But we also recognize the jibes that are not funny, that add to misinformation and a stereotype against us, and we will counter that too. And honestly, Indians take the challenge and prove it by hard work and intelligence. Do you want examples? ISRO cartoon, India's response. Agni 5, Chandrayaan 3, Mangalyaan, Aditya L1 and more. German cartoon mocking India's population. India currently is above Germany in the economy table. So as I sign off from this video, remember that India and the United States of America are trade partners. They are political and strategic friends. Importantly, there is the people-to-people contact. It's a living bridge that helped both India and the Western nations. Instances like the tragic Baltimore bridge collapse again shows that we are together, sharing the responsibility and the loss, and a reminder that India now is an independent country to take its own decisions and react to the jibes as well. Thank you for watching.